What are you laughing at, Elsa?
I could show you the world.
We were walking yesterday. Remember we were walking through downtown and the guy was playing, there was a guy playing a flute like downtown by the Comic-Con, and we were walking to lunch or something. And it was 3 or 4 notes. And Ackles is like, dude, that's your jam. And I was like, don't dog Aladdin. He's like, is it really Aladdin? Yes.
I was joking, I didn't, because obviously it was just an instrumental. And I'm like, hey, check it out, he's playing your jam. Not even knowing. And he was like, yeah, it's in Latin. Yeah, I would, he's actually right, I would have to be Elsa, only because my soon-to-be 2-year-old daughter is obsessed with her, and I think that if I have any chance of gaining more affection from her, I would have to dress with one giant blonde braid.
Thank you.
Thanks for embarrassing the hell out of me just now.
I've got to also take a side note. You were awesome. That was awesome. She was like jumping up and laughing the whole time. She's like, who are you going to be? That gives me a smile, so thank you.
It used to be superheroes. Now we're getting
it's just It's true.
Jensen, your boots are ready.
We are superheroes.
That's right. For those of you in the back who didn't hear her, she said, we already are superheroes. Just wanted to make sure you heard.
Hi. Okay, sorry, I'm really nervous. So if Sam and Dean, knowing what they know now and having the skill sets they have now, were entered into the Hunger Games, what do you think that
What do you think the outcome would be?
I'm fairly certain that Dean would win. I mean, have you seen his appetite? Is it like an eating competition? It's like hamburgers and pies or something? Because I would clean up.
You know, it's Kobayashi. They dip the hot dogs in the water.
Yeah, with the hot dogs and then oh yeah, no, Dean he would at least second place.
I have a funny story. We were in Boston for a convention many years ago, and you didn't make it, but Jason Manns was there, and we ended up hanging out. And I think I had an extra day there or something. I didn't leave until the next evening. And so he was over, and we were having a beer in the hotel room or whatever. And he was like, dude, I gotta make a confession. I was like, what? He goes, I bought the Hunger Games and I read them. And I was like, that's okay, man, thanks for sharing. And he goes, they're barely English, but they're fun. And I was like, all right. And so the next day I went for a walk, and I walked into the Harvard bookstore and asked for Hunger Games. It was a bunch of collegiate, like academic, very bright people looking at me like,
we don't serve your kind.
And they were Bostonites also, so they already didn't like me. I think the Winchesters would win. You know? Yeah. But I think they get along with catnip.
Oh yeah, no, Dean will eat catnip. He's not like, he doesn't have to be human food. Cat food, dog food. Like,
If it's a contest,
if it is a contest, I will go to town. What's that?
you're in the wrong game?
You said Hunger Games, right? Yeah, I mean, we just had lunch, so I'm good right now. But in theory, clean house. No problem. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Grace, and I was just wondering if, in the execution of song, if the Castiel and Collette parallel was a big part of the plot, or it was just something that happened.
Which one was that episode again?
The one where Dean killed the king.
Oh, is that what it was called? Executioner Song? I didn't realize that. That's a great book.
This is a good episode. I stabbed you in the thigh. Yes.
Yeah, it still hurts. I wonder if that'll make the gag reel. Yeah, I got.
No, because you didn't react. Because you have no feelings.
Inside,
You're dead inside.
yeah, dude, I went to hell. I came out soulless.
And for those of you who don't know, he went to catch me after Dean killed Kane, and I had a very large, rather pointy knife in my hand that went right into his thigh. And he didn't even react. He grabbed me and finished the scene. He's like, ow. And I'm like, yeah. This was in your leg.
It was, so for the, show him. So he comes down, he came down the stairs, right? And Cass and Sam are waiting. That's his knife. That's Kane's knife. He's holding Kane's knife. And he's coming down, and Sam can tell he's about to fall. So I go to catch him, and that went right to my, and I was sort of like, and they're like, cut. Yanked it out, and I was like, he goes, dude, I gotcha. I was like, yeah, I think he got me. There was a hole in the pants,
And it was pluming with blood.
Dark spot was spreading. I think well, luckily I had a tetanus booster, I guess, but yeah, I still have a hole in my
The knives are clean.
And then they wrapped up, and then we had to shoot more, but there was still blood coming out, and so they had to wrap it with gauze. But all that did was make so now blood was coming out like right here and right there. It was like, well,
It wasn't a good wrap job.
yeah, the hole in my leg is fine, but outside of the gauze is still bleeding.
I'd say it was almost a half inch
It got wrong.
into your quad there. That was a good one. Anyway,
that was your question,
Yeah,
right?
that was our highlight of that episode.
What were you asking about?
If the Castiel and Collette parallel was part of the plot, or if it just kind of happened.
I'll let you take this one.
I think she really wanted to hear from you.
I think that the parallel is on purpose. I mean, I think that one of the things our writers do very well is play opposites and parallels, perpendiculars and parallels, for you mathletes out there. And we see it a lot. We see it often with Sam and Dean. You know, like we saw Sam, for instance, in season 4, going through this change because he was becoming more powerful than he really knew how to take hold of. We kind of see that with Dean right now. We see the other brother. So they play a lot with how different characters will react in similar situations. So I think you noticing the parallel is a kudos to you, because I think it was there on purpose.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there.
So when we see your really powerful and moving scenes on screen, we can really feel a connection to it and almost like picture ourselves in that moment. And I was curious when you guys are shooting, do you guys feel connected to those really emotional scenes, or does all the lights and the lines and the strict kind of rules that you have to follow in your marks make it hard?
I feel like there are two types of actors. I feel like there are actors who try to find the reality and play it, and I feel like there's a type of actor who tries to just show the camera what they think that would look like. I think Jensen and I both are the former. I think we really, speaking for myself, I love Sam. I think he's pretty cool. So, but I try to remain true to Sam and do for him what he's done for me and help him share his feelings like he's been able to help me share my feelings. So when I'm doing a scene, you do find a tunnel vision, and you kind of get into the moment, and it's just whether it's me and Dean, or me and Cass, or me and Mark Shepard at the end of season 8 in that kind of zone. Like you certainly find that zone. That's kind of how I operate.
A similar answer, a little more technical. I would say that Jared and I, we've been doing this for a little while now, and so the hitting of the marks, the finding making sure that we're in the right light, that we're, that the camera can see us properly, and all those technical aspects that go into making a scene on camera, we become very, very comfortable with, and it's almost second nature to us. So we are emotionally available for the scene and the dialogue and the character connection and whatever it is, and I think that's what that helps us to not have to think about hitting our mark, and to not have to think about I was supposed to move on that line. All of that has become very second nature to us, and it's helped us be able to be more available emotionally to the characters. So I think that's. Would you agree?
As long as there are no animals on set. 'Cause
Yeah, then you're just waiting for the dog to bark, and then you're going to deliver your line. So, yeah.
Well, you guys are phenomenal at it, so
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.